Okay, let's put that over there. Let's make sure I'm live. I think I am. It's been a while since I've done this. What's up, guys? Hey, Leela, Avish, welcome. Did I actually... Okay, I think we're good. So I'm gonna just be studying for 2 hours. And what's up, Broseph? Samuel, Pierre, welcome, guys. So I'm gonna be studying some chess for 2 hours, and we're gonna do the Pomodoro Technique, which is basically you work for 25 minutes, then you take a 5-minute break, and you just keep repeating that. So it's basically 4 sessions. And I'm going to be studying a particular opening during this time. So I'm not going to be talking the whole time. I will say like a little bit here and there and maybe answer some questions, but I'm mostly just going to be studying. So yeah, I've never done this before. We'll give it a shot and see how it goes. I'm going to start the work timer and get to work. So here we go, 25 minutes of work. And let me get to it. What's the time now? It's about 8:30 here. So about 8:30 at night until 10:30, roughly 2 hours. So I'm on Lichess here, and I'm going to create a new study. So my studies, we're going to create a new one. And I'm going to call this 2 nights. Let me actually look at something. So I'm going to be going through this book a little bit, as well as using Stockfish and the Lichess database. Yeah, we'll just call it D5 line. Let's do unlisted. And okay. Orientation's black. We'll rename this later. Try to position this so you guys can see it okay. Actually, just do it this way. Okay. Make this a little smaller so you can see the lines there. And I think we're good to go. What's up, Wade? I'm just studying some chess. I'm learning a chess opening. For the next 2 hours, I'm going to be focused on this particular opening. So try to learn as much as I can. And yeah, that's what we're doing. Okay, so here we go. 2 knights defense. And D3 has actually been really popular. Seems like everybody's playing this against me lately. So I'm trying to learn more about this D5 line. It's pretty rare. Usually they take. Right now I'm just getting the main line down, and then I'll go back and sort of add some sidelines potentially. Castles. And I'm going to look at the book. I think the move is bishop c5, but I just want to verify. Game 59 is what I'm looking for. Okay, so E takes, knight takes, castles. Yeah, bishop c5 is the line I want to learn. Okay. I just wanted to verify, because sometimes I get this confused. I get bishop g4 and bishop c5 mixed up. So bishop c5 is the main line. And then pretty much everybody plays rook to e1. And then I believe we just castle. Yeah, we castle. Okay. Lakshana, thank you. Welcome. Radioactive, what's up? Leela, Wade. Welcome, guys. So main line, yeah, definitely knight takes e5. Not much of a question there. Okay, so most people here with black take the knight, which is not really the line I want to learn. I'm looking at the queen h4 line. So this is super aggressive. You just give up the knight, but you have a lot of stuff happening here. Okay. Okay, and the line here is rook f1, which is not played often at all. Much more common is g3. So I think, let me see. Yeah, the book talks about rook f1, bishop takes d5, and queen f3. These are the three moves. This is an older book, too. Yeah, this is from 2003, so we're almost 20 years old. But still, I mean, look at the win percentages. So let's see. Yeah, queen f3 looks like one of the better moves for a white. So let's just make that the main line for right now. So they defend the pawn. We can take here. Or we can just go back to f6. Black does really well just going back. 90 games. Let me see if this has been played in the Masters database at all. 3 times, knight f6, and black lost all of those games. Okay, but this one doesn't really count. 2,500 against the 2,200. 2,300 against the 2,100. Yeah, they were all underrated. So, okay. Let's go back over here. Let me see what the book says. Yeah, it says knight f6 too. Okay, so knight f6 has to be the move. So you save the knight. And I guess you have ideas of coming over here after you take this. Also, you're kind of taking off some pressure on f7. So it makes sense. Most people take on c6, which is the only good move, according to Stockfish. Yeah, and that's what this book says as well. Okay, so everybody's in agreement. Knight takes c6. Do we take this, or do we play something else? Knight g4 looks like the move. Yeah, knight g4. So you ignore this knight and you go full on attack mode. Only move for white is d4. A lot of people try knight e7 check. Let's see what the book says. Yeah, it lists d4 as well. Okay, which is the best move. So you have to block this off, I guess, is the idea. So we'll make this the main line. How is this a viable main line if it's dead lost for black? Well, unless you're playing against, you know, somebody who's cheating, they have to find all these precise moves, and that's not easy to do. And if you're playing against somebody who's going to find the best move in any position, you're going to lose anyway. So I feel like practically you have really good chances with complicated lines like this. Like you have to find all of these moves. Okay, so d4, I lost the line. Oh, there it is. There it is. Queen takes h2. Okay, makes sense. King f1. Do we chase it? I guess you can't. Because then your queen is going to be under attack, which you're going to have to deal with at some point, which is not ideal. So the move is bishop d6. Stockfish says you can take, or you can play bishop d6. Okay, let's go with bishop d6. Knight e7 check. Knight to e5 is the best move. Only played in one game. Let's see the Masters games. Okay, we had one knight e5 and one knight e7 check. Okay. Let's follow the line here in the book. Knight e7 check. We take it. Rook takes. Queen check. King e2. Knight comes back. So you have a threat here. You have a threat here. Okay. And we get some branching from here. Okay. So I have the main line. I just want to go back and just kind of like think through it a little bit. And then I'll start adding some variations. So usually when I'm memorizing like this, I like to try to give myself things to help me remember. So like as soon as I see the rook on e1, I'm like, okay, that's kind of scary. And so it makes sense that this is the moment where we castle. Because I think I played this the other day and I thought we could play bishop g4, which is completely different. And then you actually have to calculate other stuff where your king gets put in check after sacrifice, and it's totally different. So castling, we don't even deal with that. Just get the king out of the center. So I need to remember that so I don't make that mistake again. And then we don't take, we play queen h4 because we don't care about the knight. We're just going for more important stuff over here. Let's actually just branch off now and look what happens if they just take the knight. We take with the bishop, not the queen. Taking with the queen is bad. Because you don't have anything, I guess, after this. You're just down a piece. You're just totally down a piece. Yeah, okay. I'm going to get rid of this line. The correct move is bishop takes f2. I guess king h1. Yeah, king h1 is more popular. Knight takes e5, bishop takes e1. So you can take this and do okay, but knight takes e5 is better. And after rook takes, bishop to g4. Oh yeah, bishop g3 and then rook h5, I guess, is the idea. Is that the move that white has? Yeah, that's a kind of annoying. Okay, so you can't play bishop g3. Let's delete that. So bishop g4. And then, let's see. Wow, best move for white is bishop g5. Bishop f3 is kind of more natural looking. Oh, and now you play, yeah, so after you get this move in, there's no more rook h5. And so now bishop g3 is just like totally winning. You're either going to win a rook or you're going to get checkmate. White has to play something like h3, and you can just... Oh, no, you don't take the rook. If you take the rook, you're in trouble, actually. Or it's pretty equal, but yeah, that's not what we want to do. Okay. So we take here. Let me get rid of that other move real quick. Let's promote this one. Delete this one. So we take here, the queen takes, and then we take the rook. Okay, yeah, it makes sense because you don't want your bishop to get captured. Right, right. So you have to trade it off first. Then you take the rook. Okay. So let's go review this line. Just so that if they do try to get greedy, I know what to do. So we take with the bishop. Then we play knight takes e5. Then we play bishop g4. Then we play bishop g3, threatening checkmate. And now we trade on f3, and then we take the rook. And we're up in exchange, but also white's king is in big trouble. Okay, cool. Kamna, welcome. Oh, that's okay. 7 a.m. there. No problem. Okay, so d5, bishop c5, castles, queen h4, queen f3. We just looked at bishop takes d5. Let's review one more time. We take, bishop g4, bishop g3, take. Great. All right, let's see what other viable moves we need to consider here. What's the most commonly played? Let's go g3 next. Let's go g3 next. What do we do on g3? Stockfish says bishop takes f2 and queen to d4 are both pretty good options. Bishop takes f2 looks like it's the more widely played one. Let me see if that's what the book says as well. I imagine it will be. Okay, I don't even think the book covers g3. Okay. So, let's see. Yeah, let's go with the takes. Looks like it's the better choice. Well, what's the idea actually behind queen d4? You're attacking this. Bishop e3 has been played quite a bit, and then you just take it. That's really good. Because you can take here. And that doesn't look bad. What about like queen f3? But you're just threatening this. So the best move is for them to take. Allow this. Bishop g4. This looks pretty good for black too. Let me actually compare this to bishop takes f2. Oh, this looks even better, I guess, if they take you. It's over. Game is just over. So they have to play king h1. Now you take here. Yeah, I guess this is better. They both look good, but I guess this is better. All right, so let me delete that other line. Let's see. So g3. No, we want to get rid of queen d4, and we want to play bishop takes f2. We'll promote this. We will delete the queen d4 line. Yes. Okay. So bishop takes f2. King takes. Queen takes. Let's check the Masters games. No Masters games because they don't play bad moves like g3. That's why. Okay. It's fine. Okay, so if you go back, you get checkmated, which means you have to come up. You can see why this is so terrible. Queen h5 check. Knight to d4 check. Wow. I mean, look at this king. And the best move is c5. King takes d5. Now what? b6. Getting ready to do this. I mean, okay. Okay. So basically, on g3, you just sack the bishop. Then the queen comes in, and it's all over. if king goes to h1, you just take here. You've got checkmate threats. And on knight f3, you simply drop the queen back. This looks like so much fun to play for black. Okay. The other move, I guess, would be king g2. That looks really bad after probably queen h3. Bishop takes g3 is also good. We'll just go with this line. Takes. And then we transpose right back to the other line. Here, 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 here. You have ideas of this. Okay, great. What's wrong with king f1 on move 12? Are you talking about right here? Right here, it's checkmate. I don't know if that's what the question was, but it's just checkmate in one move. So you have to come up. Why am I game reviewing? So I'm just trying to learn this opening to play as black. So I'm just studying it for 2 hours, see how much I can get done. We got 5 more minutes, and then we'll take a 5-minute break. So, okay. Queen h4. So g3 is really bad. Bishop takes d5 is really bad. So we've kind of eliminated those, and we understand the reason. Let's actually review this one. I believe we take with the bishop. Yeah, the king has to go over. We trade the knights. Bishop g4, bishop g3. We trade the bishops. We take the rook. Okay, easy enough. And then on g3, we sack the bishop on f2. King basically has to take. If it goes to, let's say, h1, we just take on g3 and drop the queen back. Looks really nice. Okay. King to g2. We can just force a transposition into the other line like this. And then, did I talk about king h1? Yes. So yeah, I just need to do king takes, right? So king takes, you take, they can't go back or they get checkmated. King has to come up. Actually, let me make this the main line. King has to come up. Knight to d4 check forces the king even further up because everything is covered, right? Then we play c5 just to cement this knight in there. Yes, we might lose this knight. What if bishop takes, actually? What if the bishop just takes? Let me just see if I can find this one myself. I want to play bishop f5 check. Or queen, no, I want to play bishop f5 check. Is that the move? It's a decent move, but queen g2 check is better. Queen g2 check is better. Queen to f3. What happens after knight f3? Queen to f2. See, some of these moves are are a little bit hard to find. Why do we play queen to f2? What's the point? Is the point that we want to... So we have mate, but I'm still trying to understand why do we need to play queen f2? Is it to prevent the king from running like this? Maybe that's why. We have rook e8. So what happens if I just play rook e8 right here? Oh, king f4? Maybe that's why we want the queen there. We don't, once the knight moves, we don't want the queen to, the king to run this way. Okay, it's a little bit complicated. Anyway, queen f2 is the move. Let me delete rook e8. All right. Anyway, I think we can move on from that. Okay, so we've covered bishop takes d5. We've covered g3. What else is played? Knight to f3 and queen to f3. Let's check knight to f3. Actually, knight to f3 is the top engine move. So we'll come back to knight to f3. Let's go with queen f3. I have 1 minute. Okay, maybe I'll just review. I have 1 minute before break time. Let me just review. Okay, d5 takes. Bishop c5, castles. Queen h4. Bishop takes d5 is a big mistake. g3 is a big mistake. Queen f3 and knight to f3 are sort of the viable options for white. I think I hear my 3-year-old screaming, so I might have to... I'll try to keep it to 5 minutes, but if I take a little longer break, that's what's going on. Yeah, I'm gonna just go check what's going on. I'll be back, guys. And the break, I think the break should just show up on here, so I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I missed a couple of minutes of work, but we were having a crisis. All right, I think I was about to start some of the more mainline ones, so we looked at kind of the bad moves here. Yes, so we looked at the bad moves, bishop takes d5 and g3. There's also, now that I'm thinking about it, the one in the book was rook to f1. So if you just go back... Wait, was this the position? Just take the knight? Hold on. Yeah, you just take the knight. Who was this? Who was this that played this line? I assume it was a strong player. Interesting. Okay, anyway, you just take the knight because it's not defended anymore. Okay, I guess the idea is that you take this knight with the bishop. Okay, that's why white might play that. But still, knight to g4. I mean, yeah, look at this. This looks really bad for white. Yeah, okay. Knight g4, and the game is basically over. You can't really defend everything. You have to deal with the checkmate. But then this is happening, and white is in big trouble. Okay. So, to recap. Bad move, bad move, bad move. Good moves are knight f3 and queen f3. Bishop e3 has been played occasionally. That seems kind of weird. All right. Let's focus on some of the good moves now. Let's start with queen to f3. So what do we do here? Stockfish says we can swing the knight over here is one idea, going for this. White's going to defend, and we bring this knight in. That looks kind of cool. Or the other approach is to come back to f6 and sort of try to get ready to come over here on the king side. Interesting. So we can keep the pressure on the king side, or we can switch over to the queen side. What does the book say? The book says knight f6. Book says knight f6. Let me at least explore this line a little bit, because it looks kind of interesting. So white has to deal with this. Probably. Oh, they don't have to. They could take here too, and it gets pretty wild. It's a draw. Wow. How was it a draw after this? Bishop f4. It's an equal position. This is so weird. Knight takes e1. It says it's totally equal. What do we have? We have a rook. 3, 4, 5, 3, 4. A rook for 2 pieces. Oh, because we just take. And we get some sort of equal endgame. Okay. I don't really like that line, actually. Maybe that's why knight f6 is sort of the more main move. Yeah, let's actually stick with knight f6. I think I like knight f6 better. I don't really like giving white the option to just trade off a bunch of pieces to go to an endgame. That doesn't make sense. Okay, so let's knight b4. I want to delete this line. Yeah, I'll delete those moves. Okay. So we'll focus on knight to f6. Knight takes and knight to g4. Black does really well here. Let's check the master games. Oh, I looked at this earlier. That's right. Okay. So you have multiple threats. I'm just looking for, like, where do I want to start branching out at? Knight to e7? Is there any other moves here that I need to consider? g3 now, I guess, is a move. Oh, and then you take here. Okay. You could take there. You could play queen h3. let's let Stockfish analyze for just a few seconds. Queen h3. Let's go a little deeper. So far, Queen h3 looks to be the better move. What's up, Jonathan? Off cloud, hey. Marcus, what's going on? The Lenny dude. Anti-liver attack. No, I'm going over this opening in particular for the entire 2 hours. I'm just trying to learn it myself, and so I'm just going to be staying on this one. Okay, what is Stockfish saying? Yeah, it's definitely saying Queen h3. Okay, so let's go forward with Queen h3. Probably we still want to play Knight g4 and try to attack this stuff. So most people will take here, which is a bad move, or Queen g2. It's played once. So if they take, we ignore it. We ignore it and just go for the attack. Doesn't really do anything. They have to play Queen g2, I guess, and then we take with the bishop. And then what? We trade, and we take this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're up in exchange. We're just up in exchange, just like that. And White's pieces are kind of undeveloped. Okay, so that's one option. They don't have to play Knight e7. They can also play Queen g2 right away, but it doesn't really change anything. We still take, trade, and take here. It's basically the same thing. Now the knight moves to e7. Okay. So that's if they play g3. We go up, and the point is we don't even care if they take. We want to come in here. Okay. What if they don't take? What if they... Boy, what if they play Queen g2 right away? Yeah. So now we don't have that move. Now we just go back. Interesting. We go back and we have bishop h3 ideas, or maybe knight g4 ideas. Okay. Yeah, you can take here, but that doesn't look like it's too... Okay, bishop h3. There's this line. Wow. Rook a to b8. Queen c6. Rook to b6, just chasing that queen around. So if the queen leaves the diagonal, actually the queen doesn't, yeah, it could take this pawn, but if it takes the pawn, then you just have checkmate. White can't stop it, so it has to stay on the diagonal. But what we're doing is taking away all the squares, essentially. Look at that, that's funny. It's really funny. So the queen has to go to h1, only really decent move for white. Which is, I mean, that can't be good. Now we play knight g4. We're lining up on here. Basically have to play, what, bishop e3, and then we just take. Oh, what if they take it? Oh, what? Oh my, look at that, guys. Queen to d1. I mean, that just made my night. That just made my night. Look at this. Woo! Woo! That looks like a picture for a thumbnail. I think this is called the Bowden's mate. Wow. Okay. That's special. Man, queen to d1. And what if white ignores you and does this? Oh, it's checkmate anyway. It's pinned. It just gets better and better. Wow. Wow. What a move. What a crazy move. Okay. I might have to delete this video after I'm done just so that I don't give away all these secret lines. That's really fascinating. How did we get there again? Let's see if I can remember that whole line. So d5 takes bishop c5, castles, queen h4, knight f6. We don't care about that. We play knight g4. It's not the line I was looking at. Where's the line I was looking at? G3. Okay, it was G3. We go queen H3. If they take, the knight comes in. If they don't take, I think this was the line. We go back to H5, yes. Then we play bishop H3. Then we harass the queen, yes. They don't want to take, so they have to go here. And then what did we play? Oh, let me think. Knight to G4, because we're threatening F2. We take it with the knight. And then we play queen to D1 and the game is over. Ooh. Wow. All right, I want to make this like the main line, I think. Or at least promote it. Because that was fascinating. Problem is, if I don't promote it, it might get lost in all the variations, and I don't want to forget that one. So, yeah, it's already kind of getting lost. Question is, how many people do I think are actually going to play G3? Right here. It's not played that often, so I shouldn't make it the main line. Okay. Okay, but I can at least, let's see. Queen G2, yeah, this is the one I think I need to promote this one more time. Okay, so now, once G3 is selected, yes, there we go. Okay. All right, so instead of G3, most common move is that they take. We don't care. This is actually seems to be pretty common in this line where we just leave this knight sit over here. We don't even care. We want to play knight G4. There was another line we just looked at where we left it and I think we played bishop H3, right? So it's like taking back, we don't even have time for that. We just go and attack. D4 is the only really good move. Everything else is a really bad. Knight E7 check. Let's check this one because it's been played so much. King to H8. We do not take it. And most, there's all sorts of moves that are played here. H3, bishop F4, bishop E3, knight to G6 check, D4. Wow. Okay, let's start with the most played, bishop F4. Yeah, we just take with the bishop. And then we probably just take the rook. Yeah. We just have a lot of material, so that's fine. Bishop E3, let's check this one. I guess we just take with the knight, probably, right? Oh, we take with the bishop. What's wrong with taking with the knight? The rook takes? So why can't the same thing happen with the bishop? Oh, of course, of course. Duh, we have the check. Okay. We have to leave the knight because we want this. I see. Queen to E5. Okay. So let me delete. Yeah, that's the bad line. Let's promote this one. Delete this one. Okay. Why do you go so many moves in? Question from Jacob. Just because some of these lines are really tricky and I don't know that I would necessarily be able to figure them out in a game. And so I want to make sure I'm clear. If you're going to play like a super aggressive, you know, like sacrifice a bunch of pieces kind of opening, you really want to know at least what the ideas are. Maybe I'm not going to remember all of this, but the fact that I've seen these ideas, I at least kind of know what to be looking for. So that's kind of why. And I want to learn this opening more in depth. Like if I was just sort of casually kind of getting some ideas about an opening, I wouldn't go this deep. But I've been playing this for a while, and I know I want to learn it more. So that's why I'm trying to go further. Is there a specific rating for these tips and moves? No, you can. I mean, the lower rated you are, the more success you'll probably have. But no, I mean, I'm planning on playing them at my level, 2200-ish. So, okay. So, we're on Queen F3. We've talked about, we're not going to go for this line. We're going to go back. There's a couple of things White could do, mostly G3 and knight takes. Knight takes is definitely the most common, in which case we ignore it. We play knight to G4. So White has to deal with these threats. They can throw in the check. We just ignore it and go King H8. And they have a lot of different options, but most of them are bad. We're already winning at this point. So really, actually, let me just check. Yeah, so really they have to play D4. This is kind of what White needs to play. And it's been played a few times. Has been played a few times. So what do we do here? Queen takes H2, or we take the knight back. Or bishop D6. Let me check the book on this one, actually. Knight G4. This book says queen takes H2. So should I follow this one? I mean, that looks like the most obvious move. It does. It makes a lot of sense, right? Like, why wouldn't we take this pawn with check? And now bishop D6. So one option is you take the knight, but then you're losing your bishop. Pieces are traded off. You have to go back. Still probably tricky for White because you have bishop G4 and the king is like almost getting checkmated. One game this was played, the move was queen to G3. And then check, rook E8, bishop E3, queen H5. It's pretty tricky. Let's see how that compares to if we don't take and we just simply go back. What does this look like? Knight to E7, king. No, in this case you have to take it. See, this is where openings are tricky. The other line we looked at when the knight came to E7 with check, the best move was king H8. It was actually bad to take it. Now we have to take it, and king H8 is actually bad. If we don't take it, we're going to be losing. So this is why openings can be tricky, because if you get this in a game and you can't remember and you play the wrong move, you're just going to lose. So, okay, we take it, rook takes E7, queen H1 check, king D2. And now the knight goes back. So it's very similar, actually. But on this bishop D6 move, there's also knight to E5, which is White's best move. Which I don't know if that's covered. It's not covered in the book. And if they play this, now we don't have much happening. I guess we can take and take. White just sacrifices and now goes into a endgame where they doesn't have too many problems. Okay, so given that, I actually think I like this line better. It's like simpler, easier to remember, and I still feel like it's tricky for White. Like White has to be really careful they don't just get checkmated. So I'm going to actually focus on this one for right now. So I'm going to go with, yeah, I'm going to remove bishop d6. So we're going to make this the main line, and we're going to remove this one for right now. Yes. Okay. Let's see. What book are you referencing? It's the Two Knights Defense. You can see that. It's a really old book. It's from 2003. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know how much all of it is relevant, but this line is kind of a sideline. It's not really played too often, but there's a particular game and the author gives some of these lines. So I was going through that. Okay. Thought there was another question, but I don't remember what it was. Okay, so we're going to avoid the bishop d6 line. We're just going to take it. White has to take us back. Anything else doesn't really make sense because otherwise, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. If they don't take the bishop, we're just even. So yeah, they have to take the bishop. Okay. Knight to f6. I guess we could play queen h1 check, but then after this, I think we just don't have much. We have to come back because of the attack. Yeah, it's not as good. All right, let's forget about that move. Let's forget about queen h1. So we're going to play knight to f6. The big threat is bishop g4. So if white does something dumb like knight c3, we just play bishop g4 and we win the game. Checkmate is happening here unless white gives us their queen. They move the queen, we win the game. Okay. So that's the major threat, which is why queen g3 was played. It's not really a good move. Queen f4. See, this is the move that's probably hard for someone to find. Queen to f4. Seems like a little bit of a weird move. Okay, let's say they play queen g3. We go check. The king comes out. We go check. Bishop blocks. We come back here, check. If they go back, it could just be a perpetual. So I'm not really going to worry about that. That's at least a draw, which if I'm playing against a strong player, it's fine. So to avoid that, they either have to run this way or they have to play f3. In the game, the Persian played f3. Oh, you can take here. Yes, that's nice. Maybe that's why queen f4 was better before, because it defends the bishop. Now you have to play it anyway. Queen f4. Bishop a6. Ooh. If they take it... Oh my, you don't even take here. You play knight to d5. So you wanted to get the bishop off this square. I mean, this is complicated stuff, guys. All right, 10 seconds. It's break time. I'm going to stretch a little bit and answer some questions, and then we'll get back to it. Drink some water. It pains me when you call 2003 old. Yeah. I don't mean like you know, you're an old person if you were around then. I mean like opening theory changes, and if you are looking at a book that's 20 years old, there's a good chance some of the lines in the book are not accurate anymore. That's what I mean when I say it's old. Like old in relation to staying up to date on the, you know, opening theory is what I was kind of referring to. Ugh. Yeah, as you guys can see, learning openings is kind of a painstaking process. And it really helps if you have a good memory, which, I mean, I don't feel like I'm really super talented when it comes to remembering stuff. I'm good at remembering it like short term, and then it's like gone. Like a month later, it's just gone if I don't use it. So we've done, what is this? The second session? Let me see. Yep, so we have 1 more hour to go. So 2 more sessions. Hopefully, I'm hoping I can like finish up the lines, at least most of them in the next 25-minute segment, and then I can use the last 25-minute segment to just review, like just review everything. That would be great. Otherwise, it's probably going to be lost. Why does it say break? You just joined. So I'm doing a 2-hour study chess session with the Pomodoro Technique, I think is how you say it. It's like you study for 25 minutes, then you take a 5-minute break, and you just keep repeating that for however long you're going to study for. So in this case, 2 hours, we would do four sessions. Why does black have to play knight to d5 here first? That's a good question, actually. Yeah, what happens if we do take it? It's not good. Why is that? Because once you play king f1, you're out of the pin, I imagine. And after knight d5, whoa, it gets really complicated. Knight to a3. I wouldn't have guessed that one. And if you take here, yeah, the problem is the queen is like a liability, it looks like, for us. So white's able to like get away with sacrificing their queen because they have the counterattack on our queen, which if you leave the queen on c5, I guess that doesn't happen, is what I'm thinking. Let's see what if we take on b2? Yeah, again, knight c4, and see, now it's defended. So it's like this weird idea of attacking the queen multiple times, which does not exist. Here. Yeah, we're just gonna take this if white doesn't do something. So they have to run. And we still take it anyway with the rook. And then, oh, the queen's hanging. What am I even looking at? I'm like so confused. Wait, why don't we take the queen? Oh, because our queen, man, this position is nuts. This position is so crazy. Okay, so our queen's being attacked. So we take with the rook, which is threatening the queen now. Okay, which is why white has to move it. And then we come back to e7. Eesh, it's a mess. Why long castle's not a thought? Long castle at what moment? I'm not sure when would we long castle? Like over here? Instead of castling kingside? I mean, the idea is we don't have time, right? Like we're going to have some problems right away if we wait. So I mean, you might be able to like try to do this and bring the queen out and it's just, I think it's going to take too long. I think that's the problem. Okay. So we're back to work. We did a little bit of work on the break, but that's okay. So let's see if we can go finish the line we were looking at. So queen f3, knight back, takes, knight g4. d4 is really what white has to play to stay in the game. We're going to take the, oh yeah, we are going to take this first. And then we're going to take the knight. Okay. And then after this, we're going to throw in, oh no, we're going to play knight f6. That's right, that's right. On queen g3, that's when we throw in the check. We come back. And on f3, we can take the pawn. And then on queen f4, we have bishop to a6. Really cool looking move. Sacrificing the bishop. Point being, we have knight to d5. And white is barely hanging on. Let's actually delete queen takes c2. So yeah, usually when I'm studying like this, guys, just to give you a little tip, I delete lines that I look at, even though they're kind of helpful. Like this queen takes c2 line, it's kind of helpful to see, but I'm going to delete it because I don't want to accidentally like think that's the move I'm supposed to play. So I'm just going to get rid of it. So I only want to see lines for black that are actually what I want to play. Does that make sense? Because as you get more and more lines, like it gets super confusing, as you can see. Even already we have like quite a few lines in here. And if I'm keeping all these extra ones that are not good for me, it's just going to be too much. So I try to keep it as simple as possible. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty cool. What if they don't play f3 and they try to run? Because I feel like this is sort of a logical, oh, you can't run there or you get forked. I see that. And then coming up, yeah, probably coming up doesn't make sense either. Wow, okay, so that's kind of cool. You can't go back. If you go here, it's a perpetual. If you go here, you get forked. If you go here, you're just running up, probably bishop f5, or let's actually see, what does Stockfish say? Yeah, bishop f5. I got one, finally. And you can try to run. Nope, you can't run. Look at that. Oof. You actually can't run. You're just losing. You can come here, and then this rook comes over, and you have to give up your queen anyway. Wow. All right. That's cool. So yeah. I think we've covered that pretty much. Now, instead of queen g3, and by the way, we're still threatening bishop g4. So queen f4 is the Stockfish move. If they play this, I guess we're in trouble. Because we're probably playing Stockfish at this point. So king e2. Bishop g4 check is the best move. Or rook e8. Let's let it analyze a little bit. Let's let it analyze. Yeah, it definitely looks like bishop g4 is the move. Rook e8 disappeared, so something about rook e8 is no good. Bishop g4 is still there, so yeah, I am pretty confident in bishop g4. Okay, so bishop g4. Probably f3 is not good because you have queen takes g2. Okay. Oh, queen takes g4 is the line. Ah, so if you play f3 or if you try to run, is going to be good for us. This is the way that white sort of escapes the attack. They sack the queen. Oh, and we don't even take it. We go check. They block. And now we take it. We have to. At this point, we have no more tricks. We have to take it and go into this endgame. Okay, so 3-6, 3-6. So it's a rook against two bishops, yeah, which is not good, although we can trade this off. So let's say king e2, rook e5. We don't have to trade it. All right, fine, rook e5. What do you have? Stockfish, knight c3. This one can come over. What about something like this? Yeah, I think this is totally fine. I'm okay with this. So even though Stockfish says +3, I mean, look at this position. This is not like a totally lost position. This is not a +3 where I feel like I'm just getting blown off the board. I can take the bishop, so I don't have to worry about the bishop pair. It's going to be a knight and a bishop against a rook. Yes, technically that's better than a rook, but I feel like my rooks are going to be active. I have, you know, places I can put them, and the game's going to go on. And to get to this point, white has to play like, I mean, 14, 15, we're on move like 15 when all this stuff happens. I have to play like 14 or 15 super accurate Stockfish moves in a very complicated position that most likely they've never seen before. So I'm looking at some random sort of sideline that's not very common. So this is like perfect for me. I'm super happy with this opening preparation. Now, would I play this against Magnus in the World Championship match? Probably not, but I'm never going to have to worry about that. So I think it's good for me. This is great. How often do you do this? I haven't done this in a while, actually. Life's just been really busy. So this is what I used to do when I was serious about chess, like many years ago. When I'm in college, I would study like this kind of. Okay, so let's go ahead and do some reviewing. Actually, no, I think I have to do one more line that I didn't cover. Let me see. Did we do... I know bishop takes d5 is bad. I know g3 is bad. I know rook f1 is bad. We have queen f3 and knight f3. I don't know. Did we do the knight f3 line yet? Let's see. Nope, it's empty. Okay, I got to do this one. I got to try to finish this one in 18 minutes, so let's try to go faster. Only real move is queen takes f2. Why can't we take with the bishop? Because after king f1, we just have nothing. Oh, because our queen's hanging. Yeah, of course. Of course. All right, so knight f3 is annoying because it forces us to do something with the queen. Right. Let's delete that. All right, so we have to take here. Only move because of the attack. King has to move. Knight to f6, only move that makes any kind of sense. Okay, so we're probably going to swing over here and do something like that. White can attack this way and this way. Rook e2 is the better version. Rook f1 is more played, but it's not as good. Ooh, knight to g4. That's cool. So we defend the queen with a fork. So most common move is h3. Wow, this is crazy. Knight to e3. And one of these two moves. Looks like both of them lead to a draw. Okay, let's start with this one. Queen takes e3. Why is this? Why does Stockfish think this is a draw? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, 6, 3. I mean, it looks like we're playing chess, right? It's even. It just looks even, which is great. I'm happy with this. I'm totally happy with this. And see, this is a position where I'm going to stop. I'm not going to keep going further because there's not like super crazy tactics anymore. It's kind of like, okay, you can develop, you can play knight a5, you can bring your queen back, whatever. That's good enough. Okay, so that's one move. The other move, rook takes f2. We take the queen. The rook has to move. How does my knight get out of there? No, I can't go check. I have nowhere to run to. So this is a line where I need to go further because I'm confused. So bishop f5. Rook to e1, going for my knight. I have to go check. Oh, I guess it just sits on f2. I guess that's where it goes. It just sits on f2. For now. And then we do stuff like this. And the game goes on. Okay, we can trade and 95, rook e8, knight d8, lots of moves. All right. So this one kind of leads to an endgame. So that's too bad, but that's the h3 line. They can also play knight c3. Oh, what is this? This is a weird one. Queen takes f1. Oh, I see. I see. Yes, there's this perpetual idea. If white doesn't want the draw, they will be losing, so they have to take it. And we have a perpetual. Okay, interesting. Why isn't it saying it's a draw? Okay, I don't know why Stockfish Leechess is letting me do it that many times. Anyway, so knight f3 is actually not too bad. It's kind of a simple one. You take here. The king has to move. You bring your knight back. And if they attack you, you play knight to g4. And we looked at that. Now, what's the difference about rook to e2? You still play knight to g4. So nothing changes, but now they play c3, going for d4. And you have to play b5. What kind of a move is that? What's the point? Oh, wow. You're just sacrificing it so that you can play bishop b7? Or so that you can move your knight over here? I don't really understand that one, to be honest with you. Like, why couldn't I just move that right away? Whoa. What is going on? Something is significant about the fact that the bishop's on c4. I'm super confused. So if I play b5, takes, and then I go here, what happens? Oh. It's because you want to use this diagonal to attack the king. That's what it has to do with. It's not really anything about the the bishop here. It's about this. I see. All right. So that's fascinating. Okay, let's recap that because that was a lot. So knight to f3, we take. We go back. If they play rook f1, which is most common, you just play knight g4. If they play rook e2, you still play knight g4, but now you have to worry about c3 and d4. And the move is b5 because you want to open up this for your bishop to attack the king. That's what you have to remember. So let's remove this guy. Yes. Interesting. Of course, you've always got the fork. If they take your queen, you win it back. And if they play something like d4, I guess you're just taking here. Yeah, you're just taking it now. White's in trouble. Okay, so I feel like I wanted to see something. What did I want to see? Yeah, what happens if white plays c3 right here? This is what I wanted to see. Oh, you can play here because the rook is not covering it. So that's the point behind rook to e2. But you want the rook to cover the square so that knight e5 is not a move. So you guys can see how these like super subtle differences, you know, make a big difference. Like rook f1, rook e2. It looks like it doesn't matter. Actually does matter because your rook's controlling the square, which is a viable idea for black. Wow. Okay. Okay. How to identify whether or not a position's critical? Yeah, so like this one right here, queen's under attack. My queen's in the middle of the enemy territory. I don't see a place for it to move to. It looks like my queen is trapped, which actually it is. Super critical, because if I don't know what to do here, I'm going to just lose, right? Super critical. But what was the one I just looked at a second ago? The other one, which line was it? H3. Yeah, this position, I mean, it's not like there's no threats. It's very open-ended. I can like kind of choose. I'm looking at Stockfish up here and I'm seeing like bishop f5 is a move, knight a5 is a move, queen h6 is a move. There's so many moves. The evaluation is the same on all of them. That tells me it's not a critical position. It's like whatever you want to play, just play some good move, like any decent move. And all these look natural to me. It's not like it's not like it's telling me like, oh, you should sacrifice your queen here, and I have to like be like, why is it telling me that? So that's kind of what I use, right? If it's easy to understand, it's not necessarily critical for me. If it's hard to understand, it's probably critical. Or if it's just super complicated, even if I understand it, but it's like really complicated, then maybe I'll consider it to be a critical position. Okay. So I think we basically have it. Let me just check. Did I miss anything with knight to f3? It's actually one of those simpler ones because you take here, you bring the knight back, and then you basically have to deal with these two moves. Yeah, let's actually check. If they don't play one of those two moves, what if they play c3, d4? Let's just see this idea. Yeah, we have a couple of options. It's a toss-up between these two. Let's go bishop g4. It looks much more natural. Knight b to d2 to defend. And again, it kind of just looks like we're playing chess a little bit here. Although this position, I am a bit worried about my queen getting trapped, so I will follow this one out a little bit more. So let's say knight a5, rook e2. Oh, I see. So I'm actually, wait a minute. I'm taking here. So it's that same idea. This is always going to be the idea for saving my queen. Always going to be knight to g4. This is a weird position. Like you don't see positions like this all the time. This is really funky stuff. Which is why I like this line so much. Okay, I'm gonna let me see. I think I'm ready to review. Knight to f3 takes king over. I go back. Knight to c3 has been played from time to time. Again, bishop g4 is pretty normal looking move. Knight to e4 was played. Let me see if I can figure this one out. That doesn't look like a great move. Probably just taking it, right? Yes, knight takes e4 is the best move. Oh, that person didn't play that. Okay. And if they take, Knight to b4, rook a to d8, bishop takes f3, bishop b6. Wow, it's all over the place. Okay, but it's better for black. All right, I'm not going to spend too much time on that. Okay, let's go ahead and do a little bit of reviewing, and then I'll probably just do some more in the next session. So here we are. Main position. Actually, maybe I should look here. What else could white play? Almost everybody is going to castle. 106,000 out of 223,000 games. There are some other random moves, which I'm probably not going to get bogged down in. H3, knight c3, c3. Is this even a move? I'm just curious. Is this even an idea? D4, rook e1. It's been played from time to time. And I just castle. Oh, no. No, no, no. Stockfish says no. You don't castle. You play bishop e6. Rook takes. Yeah, this is kind of an interesting line. I think I should learn this one, at least. So if they don't play rook e1 first, and they just immediately sack the knight with the idea that they're going to get it back later, we take it and play bishop to e6. They take, we sacrifice. What's the point? The point is they can't take it. We have the fork. Okay, sure. So they have to move, probably h1. And now we just castle. Okay, this looks pretty pleasant for us. Our pieces look better than white's pieces. 3-6, 3-6, yeah. Okay, and this looks like it could be maybe a liability somehow. Okay, so if they take here right away. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Sorry. If they take right away, we just take and we play bishop e6. Take on f2. They can't take it because we have queen f6, of course. King h1 and we just castle. All right, fine. Adalberto, what's up? Dudley, what's going on? We got 6 more minutes of work, then another break, and then 25 minutes to finish it off. So we still have some time, but it's going to be mostly reviewing. And I'm just learning a particular opening. I'm showing kind of the process that I go through. Okay, so I think we're good there. Rook e1. It takes queen h4. The knight f3 line, I believe we are done with. We've got queen captures. Knight goes back. I don't actually want to see all those arrows on here. Okay. H4, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, right. And let me check one more time. Queen f3. Knight goes back. We've looked at this and this. Let me just look. I don't think there's too much here, but let's just see. We just take it. Rook to e8 check. We just block. It's a little tricky, but it should be fine. Okay. And if they take, I guess we just take. Yeah, I mean, that doesn't look like it's going to cause us too much problems. Okay, so definitely knight takes c6. We ignore that. Knight to g4. d4, knight e7. Queen g3 has been played a couple times. Oh, yes. Okay. That's easy. Let's see what else has been played. Bishop e3. Knight to d4 is a move. What is that? Oh, my. Okay, check that out, guys. That's a cool trap. Wow. Wow. Queen takes f7, and I'm getting checkmated. Like that. Yikes. Watch out for that one. Because I can make the board a little bigger. I don't know why I had it so small the whole time. Wow. Okay. Interesting move. If I was white, I might play this one. Knight to d4. So you can't take it. You have to go check. And then just either go back or develop your bishop. Wow. Such a clever little trick. The point, by the way, I should mention, is to lure the bishop away. Because as long as you have the bishop, it doesn't work, right? Like if you try to do this, takes, and you come down here thinking that you have checkmate, it doesn't work. You just go there. But when you play knight d4, if the bishop leaves, then all of a sudden you have that little trick. Okay, that's clever. Anyway, we will not take it. We will do this. Okay. Dudley, can you watch the stream after it's over? Yeah, it'll be on the channel. You just go to like the section where there's live streams, and it'll be there. Yep. Okay, so I think we've covered it all, guys. I think we're good to go. Basically just have to remember all this, and then hopefully I can practice it, get some practice in. Queen h4. This is the major branching. You have, let me do these in green. These are the good moves for white. Bad moves would be bishop takes, g3, and rook f1. But even the good moves are extremely tricky, lots of pitfalls. I would be totally fine playing those. Okay, so let's just maybe review. I'll have a minute. Bishop takes d5. We take with the bishop. King has to move. We play, what do we play? We trade the knights. We play bishop g4, bishop g3. We trade the bishops, and we take the rook. Right, okay. Easy enough. And on g3, we play, no, we take on f2. Yeah, we take on f2, that's right. And if they take, we take knight to d4, c5, b6. I remember that, okay. And if they don't take and go to h1, we simply take on g3, threatening checkmate. And we drop back. And yeah, okay. And if they go to g2, I think we play queen h3. Yes, forcing the transposition into this line, which, yes, we've seen. Okay, great. And then what's the other bad move? Rook to f1. How do we make them pay for this? Knight f6, I think? Oh, no, we just take the knight, of course. Yeah, duh. We take the knight. And then knight to g4. And now we can just take on f2. Yep, okay. Got it. So, let's take a break, and then I'll review for the last 25 minutes. Platimus, what's up? An hour late. Hey, an hour late's better than not showing up at all. I gotta stretch. I gotta get ready for this last 25 minutes of the 2-hour study session. See if we can cement these ideas in my brain. It'd be nice if I could practice them against like a strong player where I knew they were going to play this line. Where did I get this shirt? Oh, it's on my merchandise store. You guys should check it out if you haven't. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. What's my lead chess rating? It's a good question. What is my rating? What is my rating? Let's see. Oh, you guys can't see. Sorry. I'm over here like showing you. You can't see. My rating in Blitz is 2400. There you go. And Bullet's 2391. I don't play on lead chess too often though, so. All right, let me come back over here. I'm gonna actually stretch a little bit for the last 3 minutes. You guys know what's crazy? This book that I'm going through, there's 9 chapters, and it goes through like all these other like different lines, and then there's one chapter. There's one chapter on D3, and then there's like one game in that chapter on D5, takes, castles, and bishop c5. I think the other games that cover other moves like h6 and some other stuff. So there's only one game, and all the lines that we've been looking at are just from that like this one variation. And there's like I said, like 8 other chapters of like 60 something games in this book. Which, like, each game is kind of like one potential line that you could have to learn. So, I mean, if you imagine if I spend, let's just say, 2 hours on each of those games, and there's like 60 games, I mean, you can do the math, like, so many hours, right? And so much theory that you could learn. And this is just 2 knights defense. There's all kinds of openings that you in theory you should study if you're going to be like a good player. That's why it's so impressive when you see like these like super GMs that have all this theory learned. It's actually like more amazing than I think most people realize, because it looks like they're just like they just memorized one line, when they play it like 20 moves out. They actually memorized like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of different branching lines. It's crazy. It's crazy. Let's see. Is the Traxler that effective that higher level players don't play the fried liver? Not necessarily. I mean, I think you don't see the fried liver because there's the just the D5 line is pretty good for black. Takes and then knight A5. This is really solid for black. So you don't have to play the fried liver. You don't let white do it. You play this line, and it's pretty solid for black. So I think that's why you maybe don't see it so much. Tim says, do you use a mental checklist such as check, capture, and attack? Not really. It kind of happens automatically. So it sort of happens so quickly in my brain that I don't like necessarily stop and tell myself like, okay, let me look at the king. Let's see what checks. Let me look at the queen. What captures? When you're first starting, I think you should do that. But once you sort of get in the habit, your brain can kind of just do it for you. So I don't know if I answered that question or not, but. Yeah, John. I mean, you can play the Traxler too. It's up to black, right? Like what you want to do. You can play the Traxler. You can allow the fried liver if you are comfortable defending, right? You can just let them do it and go into that line. I have a video on that if you want to check that out. You can actually survive. It's hard. Or probably what a lot of people do, you can see the masters here. Yeah, like vast majority, 1,900 games out of 2,300, they're playing knight a5. And then you're going to get this and this and this and this, and the bishop goes back somewhere. And there's some lines here that you have to know, but it's really solid for black. So that's what most people do. All right. I have 23 minutes to review all these lines, and then I can answer some more questions after that. So let's go. I'm going to just test myself now. I'm going to try to not look and just see if I can remember everything. So here we go. Okay, they could take, in which case we take and we play bishop e6, and then we play bishop takes f2. They can't take us. They have to. Well, if they take us, we have to check. So they have to go king h1, and we just castle. Right. Fine. Most people are going to play rook e1. We castle. They take. We play queen h4. This is the main position that we've talked about. There's 5 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's start with the easy ones that are bad. If they take here, we're going to take on f2. We're going to take the knight. Bishop g4, bishop g3. Trade the bishops and take the rook. There we go. All right. Okay, next one would be, let's do rook f1. This one's pretty easy. We simply take the knight and then knight g4. Knight takes f2. We're winning. Okay. And then the other one, g3, I think we take here. Yes. If they take, we take on h2. That's where the king goes for a run. c5, b6. And I mean, if I can't win a game from this position, I should probably not be playing chess. So the other line, the king could go in the corner. We take on g3. Queen h5. And yeah, I didn't go any further. Okay, great. And then if the king goes to g2, we throw in the queen h3 check. And when they take, that's when we transpose to the other line. Right. Okay. So there we go. We covered all of the easy ones, basically, all the bad moves. Now let's see if I can remember. Queen f3. Queen f3. What do we play against queen f3? I believe the knight comes back. Yeah, we had 2 options. We didn't like this one. This is the main. Okay, knight goes back to f6. White has 3 options. Okay, so if they take me here, yeah, this is where I ignore it. I play knight g4. And I think we looked at g3 and knight e7 check. Let me see. Oh, we looked at a whole bunch. Okay, I didn't remember that. Oh, queen f7. Yeah. No, I was just showing something. Okay. This is why you want to delete the random variations, because I'm sitting here trying to remember, and I have this extra one in here. Okay, there we go. There's 4. So let's go with knight to e7 check. We play king h8. On bishop to f4. Yeah, we can take that. Okay, that's pretty obvious, I guess. And then did we take the rook? Yeah, we take the rook. Okay. What else? d4. This is one of the main ones. I also normally try to remove these arrows so that it doesn't give away the move, because that's not helpful. All right, so we take. Oh yeah. We talked about giving up the bishop, taking the knight, and then bringing the knight back, and it's still pretty tricky, right? Yes, because we have this threat, this checkmate threat. And if they play queen g3, what do we play here? It's got to be queen h1 check. It's got to be bishop g4. Oh, rook e8. Which line did we play bishop g4? See, I'm getting them mixed up. This is the problem when you look at too many in too short of a period of time. You get them confused. I thought it was bishop g4 for some reason. Okay, this one's rook e8. Queen h... Oh, this is the one where the queen jumps around. And, yeah. So that's on queen g3. Which line did we play bishop to g4 check? Now I can't remember. Oh, it's queen f4. It's queen f4. I'm not sure what the significance is. Okay, but basically, after the knight comes back, white really needs to move the queen, because otherwise we're going to play bishop g4 with tempo and checkmate. So they have to move it. If they go to g3, that's when we go check and the rook comes over. If they go to f4, that's when we go check and the bishop comes out. Okay. Rook comes over. Queen comes back and around. We take on c5. We play the crazy bishop a6 so that we can bring the knight in. And then we just take with the rook, and it's pretty nice for us. Yeah, we can take the queen. Okay. And then if they go to f4, which is a better move, check bishop g4. And then this goes into the end game. Throw in the check. We take that. And we get this position. Right. We can. Okay. All right. And then what's the other move here? Knight c3. I mean, I feel like bishop g4 should be the move, but is that what we... Yes. Okay. Right. Knight c3 is a blunder. You can't do knight c3 because checkmate. Okay. All right. I feel like we did pretty good on queen f3. Knight comes back. g3. This line. I didn't do this line yet. Okay, so g3. Well, we've got to play... We don't have to play queen h3. We could take here. But I think we looked at queen h3. Yes. Okay, let's remove the arrow. White can either play queen g2 immediately, or they can take. Right, so if they play queen g2 immediately... Queen h5, I think. Right, we have threat... Oh, yeah, this is the line where you ignore the knight this way, and you play bishop h3. Yes, and the queen gets basically driven off the diagonal, which is really cool. And then what did we play here? I think this was the crazy line where you go queen to d1, right? This was the amazing line. Yep. There you go. There you go. How would you like to win a game like that? So the other way that this could go down would be they take first, in which case knight to g4 now. So both cases in this line, when they take on c6, we ignore the knight. We don't take it. And the other line, we would play bishop h3. This line would play knight to g4. And what's the threat? We're going to take on h2. So they have to go check and back. And then we probably just take here. We take here and then just trade, I think. Yes. All right. So g3. Yeah, okay. I think I just did the g3. I think I already did knight takes c6. We play knight g4. Oh, did I look at d4 yet? Take. Yes, I did. I did. Okay. So I think now I need to do knight to f3. This was pretty straightforward. We take with the queen. You have to because it's attacked. And then we need to play knight to f6 because our queen's actually trapped. The way that we defend the queen is by playing knight to g4. and forking these guys. So we have to play knight to f6. Knight to g4. There's two options. Yeah, there's two options. This is the worst one. This is the better one. On rook to e2, we still play knight to g4. And after c3, white wants to play d4. What did we... Was this the one where we played b5 and bishop b7? I think it... I can't remember. I think it was. Yes. And then... Actually, it wasn't bishop b7 right away. It was knight here, I believe. Right. Takes. And what did we do? Oh, that's where the line ended. I don't actually remember what came after this. Oh, now bishop b7. Okay. Oh, yeah, because if they take here, you have checkmate. Oh, my. So they can't take there. They don't want to take here because this comes in. Actually, they have to take there. That's the only move. It's still not good for them. Take the queen. d4. Bishop d6. Okay. Whew. So 12 minutes. I'm feeling pretty good. I think I mostly remember it. I need some practice now, so I'll try to play some Blitz as black, hopefully, and get some games where I can play this line. That's really going to be the test, like playing it in a game. Can I remember? All right, guys, 12 minutes. Should I try to play a Blitz game? Let's try to play a game. See if I can get lucky. Somebody plays this against me. Ah. Let's go for black. I'm going to do 3-0 just so I can get more games in, hopefully. Let's see. You just came in. What are we studying? So I was studying a particular opening line that I wanted to learn. And why does it say I have one game in play? What is this? I'm not going to play Stockfish right now. What was I saying? Did it take away my game? There it is. Anyway, yeah, I was studying that particular line, and we were doing the Pomodoro technique. So like 25 minutes study, 5 minutes break, back and forth for 4 sessions. E4. All right, let's go. Let's go. Knight f3. See this, guys? This is what is so depressing about studying. You study all those lines, you spend all that time, and then they play this move. Would you like a draw, buddy? Would you like a draw? I just want to play a new game. No? Okay. He plays the Vienna Gambit. All my studying doesn't help me. Ooh, you know what? This is like, this is now transposed to a King's Gambit. Yeah, I think this is okay. So what we can do now is, can you guys see my rating's 2400. I'm proud of that, so I just wanted to show it off. Probably gonna lose some points here, but let's see. Oh, I can't do that. I can't. He didn't take it. He did not take it. That was a big blunder, guys. That was a huge blunder. Sack a piece for content. Yeah, There you go. I did. This is why you don't study. Yeah, I know. It's rough. But I will tell you, as you keep studying and you keep studying and you keep studying, it gets better because eventually it's like, okay, next time I'll study the Vienna Gambit. And so when he plays it, I'm like, oh, I have something for that, right? So eventually you get enough knowledge accumulated that it's like, okay, now I'm pretty comfortable against almost everything. What is happening? Wants to play knight g5 and take my bishop. Do I care about that? I mean, I guess I'll just do it. Right. It almost looks like I can do some cool stuff here. This is sort of crazy. Okay, if I go check and the king goes over, I do have this. It's probably not good enough. I probably need to defend my pieces, unfortunately. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. I think we can force a trade here. Why are you not titled on Lee Chess? I haven't done whatever is required to get them to give me my title. I know with chess.com I had to like submit a like take a picture and of myself and along with some chess ID or something prove I forget, it was a long time ago, like proving basically that I was a, who I said I was kind of thing. And I guess I have to do something similar on Lead Chess. I didn't ever do it because I don't play on here as often, so um that's why. I don't have a good feeling about this game. I do not have a good feeling about this game. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I was afraid of. Bad things are happening. At least I have a pin. That's one thing. Not anymore. Might be able to flag him though. Seems like my best chance. Gonna lose the queen, but it's okay. Oh, I was expecting the rook over there. Um, hmm. Okay. All right. Let's try that again. See if we can get somebody who will play knight f3 instead of knight c3. Might be able to flag him down 10 seconds. All right. Oh, guys. Guys. I'm gonna abort the game. I don't usually do this, but I'm really trying to get at least one practice game in, so I'm gonna be that guy and abort it. Maybe I should actually play regular, because sometimes when you do these like choose your color custom games, people are like they want to try out weird openings. So maybe I would get more mainline stuff if I just play regular games. Do you have plans to collab with Robert Ramirez? You know what? We actually connected a couple months ago. So I have his number. And we talked about doing something. I just haven't reached out to him yet. It's been kind of crazy lately, so we'll see. All right, the chess chaser. Oh, guys. Look at this. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? He's gonna play b4. I'm gonna take this. It's something about this line. It's like these English players. They play it every time. They play the same moves. We're all gonna play like queen over here. I think, oh, bishop b2. We'll just defend that. Maybe like one of these moves. Rook c1. Okay, that's a new one. I'm gonna castle. What opening is this? This is a secret line to beat the English. Are you guys okay if I turn off the work timer? I'm gonna turn it off. Seems like it's a little bit distracting. All right. Yeah, so I think it's finally time. Take our pawn. And I think black is winning. Knight c6, bring the bishop out. This is a weak pawn. Look at white's development. Could play bishop d7. No, let's just play knight c6 first. If he sacks, it's not going to work because bishop e6 or knight c7. Okay, that's to be expected. Probably just bishop e6, right? Ugh. A6. Okay, so obviously I can't take it. Or I probably shouldn't take it. Maybe I can, but this looks good. This doesn't work because all he's getting is a rook. And I'm getting a queen. And now I'm getting this one. Yep. Let's see. There's that. It's okay. It's okay. All right. So at this point, I think queen b6 or d5. Both look pretty good. Let's go queen b6. White has a problem that they can't castle. So I'm trying to just take advantage of that as quickly as I can. Interesting. I'm tempted to just do this, but I guess it's not good enough. I guess it's not good enough. Let's set a little trap here. Takes, check, check. Wins the queen. Should we try again? I'm not having much luck, guys. I could play just a regular game, and the odds, I think, will go up, actually. Let's just play a regular game. Let's not... I won't select my color, is what I'm saying. And then I think I'll get... More likely somebody will play, like, normal stuff. Yeah, knight f3, let's see. There we go. There we go. Bishop c4. Yes! Come on. Come on. Oh, look at that. Look at this. Here we go, guys. Here we go. d5. Takes. c3. I didn't study this. I did not study this. Man. So close. We were so close. Okay. Well. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Really wanted to see if I remembered anything. Ooh, let's go for this. All right, that's a pawn. I think I'm going to take it, actually. Uh-oh. What's going on? What's going on? There's knight a5, there's knight c5, there's something else. Bishop c5, rook b8. Okay, let's start with the obvious. Knight a5. On queen here, we have c6. On queen here, still have c6. Knight here. I think I like this one better. I think I like this one. Let's go here, just trying to take advantage of the light squares, harass the queen. Let's go here, setting up for some tricks. I want to push this, unleash the bishop. I want to castle. Let's castle. Whenever you see that rook come over, it's time to get out of dodge. Okay. I mean, I could go back there. Well, we'll go here. Because if he takes this, I'm happy with the F file. So I guess this is fine. Okay. Hmm. Maybe here? I don't want to trade queens because I'm getting low on time. I need to go get checkmate over here. How do I do that? Uh-oh. 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 Okay. White. Let's see. What gambits do we know against this? Let's see. There's this one. This one. Oh. He was expecting rook b1. He was totally expecting rook b1. All right. If you're ahead of queen, just trade the pieces and win the game. That's it. Trade the pieces, win the game. Easy. Easy, easy, easy. Guess I'll try to just go here and take that bishop. Let's go pawn grabbing. Let's go pawn grabbing. Let's go queen hunting, I guess. We'll just get a queen. I think I can actually just take it. Or... yeah, I'll just take it. That's the easiest thing. Rematch. All right, buddy. Hopefully you're an e4 player. Oh. No, I'm sorry, friend. I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. e4. Who is this? No, why does everybody play d4? Why? Why? Fine. Fine. Guess we'll take that. I just wanted something to take that. I wanted something to take that. Right, okay. Can I play this move? Maybe not. Mm-hmm. One, two, three, four, five, six, three, four, five. So I'm up a pawn for now. Let's go here, I guess. Oh, there goes my extra pawn. Didn't want to take it. Okay. Let's go back here, actually. We'll attack that. Just get out of the attack from the knight. Hmm. Instinctive chess. What's going on? Knight to e5. That looks like a pretty good move, actually. I'm too tired to calculate all this stuff. I'm just gonna move here. Yeah, okay. 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 Okay, let's try again. I'm getting tired, but I really want to Let's see if we can get at least one game to practice what I studied. E4. Except I'm on the wrong side. Okay. That's interesting. Don't see that one every day. Yeah, it's pretty weird. Let's play d4, I guess. Can I do that? No, I'll probably just develop, get my pieces out. Maybe I will. Oh, e5. Let's put some pressure on that knight, actually. Probably forces... I guess rook c8, but okay, this is interesting. I don't know how that bishop's going to get developed. Kind of a problem for black. Okay. See, I don't really want to take that because it just makes everything easy for black. So what I'm going to do instead is either allow myself to get forked. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go here. I'm going to try to bring this bishop out eventually. Yeah, you can take that, but then I'm like thinking maybe something's going to happen here. Looks pretty risky. Looks pretty risky for black. It's kind of tricky along this diagonal too. There's lots of stuff happening. Yeah, maybe he gets away just in time. Because I don't have time to do that. Okay, I mean, it's still fine. We have a nice target. I think this is still pretty good for us. Oh, bishop f6. Okay, let's play c3 so we don't have to just bring our pieces over here, win a pawn, I guess. I take, I lose the bishop, so let's go back here. Still threatening to take that. I don't know how black's gonna save it. Maybe b4. Oh, bishop c5. Okay. Let's see. Okay. It looks like my queen's getting trapped, but it's not because I could take that. I guess we should force the queen trade. All right. I mean, if this game doesn't work, I'm gonna have to call it a night. To F3? No. Sorry, man. All right, last time. Last try. Here we go. Okay, we're black. Yes, yes, come on. No. All right, let me think. Let me think. I just did that video. There's that one gambit where you take it and then you play, I think, G5. Yes, and then I think you play G4. Knight comes in. Oh, D4. He's playing that opening where you sack the piece. Oh, man, I don't know any gambits against this, I don't think. Do I? Do I know any gambits here? Can I transpose into one if I play knight h6, maybe? No, probably not. Probably should take it. Probably should just take it. I think he's going to take with the queen. Is that the line? Oh, castle. What is this? What is this gambit? Should I take that? Have to, right? Or is that just losing? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Oh my. Yeah, it's about to get real wild up in here. All right, well, I think king g7 seems like we might be able to survive. Could be totally wrong. Maybe, let's see, knight f6. Knight f6 would solve those two problems. Not sure about this problem, though. Or I could play, let's see, d5. No, I get checkmated. Queen e7 here. I get checkmated. I have to play knight f6, right? Oh, wait, knight h6. It feels wrong. Let's go knight f6. Okay. I think I'm lost, right? I think I'm getting mated. Have to go here. Probably gonna play e5. Yeah, okay. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Maybe I can just defend. Question is which way? This way leaves the rook open. This way. Let's... Oof. I guess we'll try this. I'm not sure. Okay, he wants to come in here. I see that. Probably should play d5. Oh my. Maybe I could have went back, but I was afraid the bishop was coming over. We're gonna lose on time anyway, but I didn't know this line well enough, obviously. Hmm. I have one plan to try to win this game. I have one plan. Ah, he saw it. He saw it. Oh, wait, what? What just happened? He was throwing the game and I missed it. He was throwing the game. All right, let's see. Let's see if I missed an opportunity to play a cool gambit. Let's see. Let's go here. So G4. Yeah, I was really hoping for 95. I think this is what I was trying to play. I was trying to play 95, Queen H4 check, Knight H6. Yeah, and then on what is it, D4 or D3, I play like F3. This is what I was going for, but obviously couldn't do it. So he played D4. I took. Yeah, I knew I should have played D5. I knew it. But my plan was to play it later, and I never had time to play it later. That's why you have to play it right away, because you need that bishop to get out. You just need it. Yeah. So that's what the mistake was. Can you imagine if I would have played D5 and then taken this? Probably so much better. Because now he can do the same thing, but it's just not the same. It's just not the same. Yeah. So moral of the story is play D5. Just play D5 as soon as you can. All right, guys. Well, we didn't really get to try all the theory that we learned, unfortunately. Hopefully you learned something from this, and I will see you guys next time. That last game, especially at the end. Like, what is that? What is that? I should have won. Right after, I had like 3 seconds. That's plenty of time. All I have to do is go here, take the pawn, pre-move, checkmate with the queen and a rook. It's like super easy. Anyway, see you guys. Take it easy.